Hello everybody, welcome to another South Bay Gamers Battle Report. Today we have Death Guard with the new Mortarian going against the new Ad Mech. Let's go over the Death Guard first. Go ahead.
Alright, well, so we're doing a battalion detachment. It's coming at 1998 points. Obviously, we're going to be led by Mortarian. This beast over here. It's a blast of paint. Then to the right of him, we've got Morty's guards. Some of these awesome new miniatures that are out now. We're going to be running 2 bloat drones because I'm a jerk. And then we'll be running a Daemon Prince with wings because why not? Then we have a squad of Plague Marines with a half-painted Rhino as their dedicated transport.
That's alright.
Then we'll be proxying as Typhus here.
Okay.
And then next to that, we've got a Malignant Plague Caster and a, oh god, what's this guy always called? Noxious Blightbringer. So I can move these 20, really low count, 27 Poxwalkers.
Are they 2 different squads?
Yes,
separate?
it's 2 squads, 113, 114.
Alright, cool.
So,
nice.
it's going to be fun.
Just as a reference, the blow drones will have the plague splitters. So that's what they have as far as war gear goes. Let's go on to the Ad Mech. Here is my 2,000 points of Adeptus Mechanicus. Let's go over the battalion first. And I am running, my dogma is going to be Mars because I am using Cawl. Cawl. His warrior trait is the extra aura ability, so he'll have a 9-inch rerolls to all of his Adeptus Mechanicus friends. Also in the battalion is a Tech Priest Engine Seer, so I am doing a little bit of a proxying. This is a Data Smith, but he's going to be running as an Engine Seer. No upgrades on him. And then in the troops we have 2 units of Vanguard, 1 unit of 6, no upgrades, 1 unit over here of 7 with 2 plasma calibers, and 1 unit of 5 Rangers. Also in the battalion is a Iron Strider Ballistari with his twin Cognus las cannon. We also have a Data Smith, so this less painted one is actually going to be running as a Data Smith. And then we have 5 infiltrators with their taser gouts and I believe it's stud carbines, whichever loadout comes with the taser gouts. And then this, sorry, I did forget to mention, the relic for him is going to be the Autocaicus of Archaeum, so he'll be able to heal, he'll reroll the heals on his D3, so that'll be useful there. And then in the, this is not, yeah, Spearhead detachment, we have 2 Honor Guard Dune Crawlers with their neutron lasers and extra heavy stubbers, so they have 2 heavy stubbers. We have a unit of Castle Robots, just all with their phosphors, 3 of them. And then leading it off is just another Engine Seer. Last but certainly not least is the Imperial Knight. Sorry he's not completely done yet, I didn't get enough time to finish him. He is definitely a work in progress. But I am running him as a Knight Crusader. So he will have the rapid fire battle cannon. He will also have the Adventure Gatling cannon. He'll have the Iron Storm rocket pod, and I think that's really all he has, except 2 heavy stubbers and a heavy flamer. So he's going to be a pretty shooty guy, because I feel like that's the way to run knights now. Hopefully that works out. That is my 2,000 points. We are going to be playing Maelstrom of War. We haven't rolled off for mission yet, so we'll get back to you when we do. Here's a shot of deployment. We are doing Frontline Assault, and we are doing Maelstrom of War Deadlock. So this is the deployment. My Ballistari with some Vanguard on this side, with just 1, not the Data Smith, the Engine Seer. Vanguard up here with the Plasma Calibers. We got all the Castle Robots, Dune Crawlers, and Cawl, and then 1 more. This is actually a Data Smith with the robots. And then the Knight, along with some Rangers, and Data Smith. No, not Data Smith, sorry. Engine Seer, I keep saying that. On this side, lots of Poxwalkers, Typhus, the guy that allows them to advance better, the bloat drone. Those Morty guards are going to show up via the teleportarium, and the, what are they called? Plague Marines are inside that Rhino. We got another bloat drone right there. We got the Malignant Playcaster. Hopefully I said that right. We got Mortarian right there. We got some more Poxwalkers right there, and then we got the Demon Prince. So just for the psychic powers, Mortarian has Miasma of Pestilence, Blades of Putrefaction, and Curse of the Leper. Obviously Smite 2. And then he is running, what was it, Gift of Contagion, the Demon Prince. The Malignant Playcaster and Typhus are both running Gift of Contagion, and Putrescent Vitality. And that is the psychic powers for the Death Guard. And Death Guard deployed first, meaning they'll go first, unless I could seize on a 6. Here we go. Need this first turn. Nope. I have 7 command points because I'm running a battalion and a spearhead, so I will use a command point because it's important for me to go first. Oh, wow. I got it.
Alright.
Ad Mech turn 1. Turn 1 for Ad Mech after the Lucky Seize. Drew, defend 1. Machine Eternal, which is score 1 victory point. If your army, a vehicle from your army has suffered wounds during the course of the battle, regains all its lost wounds during your turn. Supremacy is getting any 3, and I'll get D3 deck marker. Sorry for the blare. Quest for Knowledge is score D3 victory points if you control a marker that was controlled by your opponent at the start of your turn. If you control 3, then you get D3 plus 3. Destroy and Acquire is score 1 victory point if at least one enemy vehicle was destroyed but did not explode or crash and burn. And we got Defend 5, which is over there, fortunately. And Defend 1 is right there. And obviously Supremacy is getting any 3. So sorry, I forgot to bring on my infiltrators, and they will pop up here even though they're not going to really do anything this turn. It's just to get the, hopefully maybe get Defend 1 and then for sure get me Supremacy, so that's kind of important. Because I did try to advance my Vanguard and they only rolled a 1, so at least that showed up at the end of my movement phase, so I still had the choice of doing that or not if the Vanguard failed, which they did. So everything over here just kind of stayed still. The Doom Crawlers shuffled over, Caster Robots stayed still, Engine Seer went that way, Cawl just stayed in the middle of all that, and I cautiously moved up, and Rangers stayed still. That's really my movement phase. Let's go on to a very important turn 1 shooting for Ad Mech. End of Ad Mech turn 1. Very disappointing shooting phase turn 1. In total, I shot as much as I could into Mortarian. I did 4 wounds from all the neutron lasers, the battle cannons, even the caster robot shot at him just because I wanted to target him down before the Morty guards came on and took some of the wounds from him. In total, I did 4 wounds. And that was all from this one las cannon guy. He did 4 wounds. Everything else was passed from in-bones. Even the Doom Crawlers, he passed the in-bones. Very important that he passed them too, because they do quite a lot of damage. Other than that, I killed 2 Poxwalkers, I think, in total. So that was a very terrible turn for me. I will, at the very least, get Supremacy for D3. I will roll that right now. I got a 3, so that's good. And I will more than likely dump Defend 5 because that is on his side. And now I don't have anything that can pop up wherever I want because I had to use the infiltrators to grab this one for me. So that's it. I will get 3 points and it'll be Death Guard turn 1. Death Guard turn 1. Drew, Defend 3, Defend 4, Defend 5, Kingslayer, Secure Objective 4, and Mission Critical Objective, and it was a 3 that he rolled. So 3 is over there, 4 is over there, so if he gets that one, that'll be D3 for sure, and then if he defends it, he'll get another 2 eventually, which may take a little while, but he may eventually get over there. Then 5 is over here where these Poxwalkers are. As you can see, for movement phase, Mortarian moved kind of more rightish, up middle. Dress Shroud popped up right near him to take some wounds for the next volley of fires coming. Boat Drone moved near this building. Poxwalkers advanced to get up on this objective. The Rhino just moved up, didn't advance. Believe everything over here advanced, except the Boat Drone may not have, just to kind of hide. And I think that was it. During the psychic phase, lots of smites all onto this unit that I thought would die. All I have left is the Princeps. I did forget to mention that I have Shroud Psalm and the one that allows me to reroll morale checks. So that will come into play hopefully for the shooting phase. Not obviously for the psychic phase because smiting just killed 4 guys. The other psychic powers we did was Gift of Contagion, as you can see right there. So he'll be at -1 strength. That's what we rolled. We also did Miasma. He also did Miasma Pestilence for Mortarian onto these Death Shroud Terminators. Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Death Shroud Terminators. So it'll be -1 to hit. Useful there. And he also did
putrescent vitality on his poxwalkers. So they'll be +1 toughness, +1 strength.
That was the psychic phase. Let's go on to the shooting phase for Death Guard turn 1. Really quick shooting phase for Death Guard. Just the only thing I was in range was the lantern. He got a line nicely to hit the Vanguard and the Ballistari. And unfortunately to hit, he rolled a 1 and re-rolled and got another one, so nothing happened with that. Pretty unlucky there. The only other shooting was the Combi Plasma and the Combi Bolter, and it did 1 wound to the Ballistari, no wounds to the Vanguard because it didn't even wound. So that was really the turn for Death Guard. Just a turn of moving up and advancing. He will not score anything, but he did get first blood because my Infiltrator died via morale, even with a reroll with my Canticles, fortunately. So I gave him first blood, and he's going to dump to Fan 4. So he'll still have those 5 objectives for next turn. On to Ad Mech turn 2. Turn 1 for the Ad Mech. First of all, let's start with the Canticles. I rolled a 1 and a 6. I did not change them because felt like those were good enough. So 1 is reroll morale, 6 is reroll 1s to hit, which will be useful for that side. That's not in range of Call's little nice ability. For my cards, I drew Assassinate, and fortunately didn't get Defend 1 because he did kill me off of 1. I got Quest for Knowledge, I still have Quest for Knowledge, Destroy and Acquire, and Machine Eternal, which I actually got because at the end of my movement phase, my Iron Strider got healed by this Engine Seer. So that was nice. Vanguard moved up, just, I don't know why, because they're going to die, but maybe just get some shots off into Morty, hopefully. This Vanguard moved up to hold 1, probably won't be there for very long, but that's okay. Robots stayed still, this Doomcrawler moved around so they can see Morty. This one, I don't think he can see Morty, but he may take shots into the Rhino. The Imperial Knight just cautiously moved up along with the Engine Seer. That was really my movement. Let's go on to another very important shooting phase for Ad Mech turn 2. End of Ad Mech turn 2. As you can see, I did kill the Malignant Playcaster. That was fire from the Phosphor Blasters. 2 of them were in range, and he was just technically a little bit closer than some of the Poxwalkers. The other one was not, so he shot into the Blow Drone, which did nothing into it. The Neutron Laser over here, I couldn't really see Morty too well, so I didn't want to take the wings as counting as being part of the model. So even though that may not actually be the roll, but either way, that's the way I ruled that. So he shot into the Rhino, which was okay because I wanted to kill him for the one killing the vehicle and not allowing it to explode. So he did, I think, 3 damage. And then the Knight did some more damage, got him down to 3. And then thankfully this last cannon guy finished him off. So he did roll for the damage, or for the explosion. He did roll a 6, which would not allow me to get the point because I cannot have the vehicle explode if I want to score that victory point. So he used the command point to re-roll it because he didn't want stuff to be taking wounds, and he rolled another 6, unfortunately. So at the very least, I won't be getting the point, but he did take 1 mortal wound went through, onto this Death Shroud Terminator, and also onto Blowtron. Morty was fine though, he passed his disgusting. So that was that. None of the Plague Marines died. The Vanguard didn't do anything. Tech Marine, as I said, healed, so that's really all he did. This Neutron Laser didn't do anything into Morty. Then, because the reason being is because he passed off the hit from the Neutron onto the Death Shroud, which killed 1. Or otherwise it would have potentially done 5 damage to him, because I rolled a 5 on damage. The Vanguard over here shot into some Poxwalkers. They went after the Maracas, they're fearless. And then, like I said, the Imperial Knight kind of split fired, killed some Poxwalkers. Didn't even wound the Blow Drone with his Avenger Gatling Cannon. That thing has not been wounding very well. I guess it's probably not a good target for him, but oh well. And that's really it. The Rangers maybe killed a couple. They can only see like a few of them only could see. And that was really my turn. I will score Assassinate for killing the Malignant Plaguecaster. And I will get Machine Eternal for healing the Iron Strider. And unfortunately will not get Destroy and Acquire because it did end up exploding the Rhino out of all things. Rerolling a 6. Sucks. Oh well. I will
probably discard Quest for Knowledge, because I don't think I want to get near him or steal any of the objectives that he has. And it'll be on to Death Guard. Whole turn recap for Death Guard, turn 2. Got a little ahead of ourselves. These are the objectives that he has. Stealth Kingslayer, Defend 3, Mission Critical, Secure 4, and this is the new one he got because he did score Defend 5 on my turn, at the end of my turn. So he got 2 points for that. So his new one is Disgusting Devotion. Will assist tactical objectives as active. Keep a tally of the number of successful Disgusting Resilient rolls you make in each turn. Scoring victory point if you successfully made at least 7 Disgusting Resilient rolls during this turn. So that's basically what he needs to do. Obviously during this turn he didn't really need to roll any Disgusting because, well, he charged in with Morty and obviously killed everything with his special abilities of giving mortal wounds out, and along with his close combat attacks easily killed the Tech Priest and the Iron Strider. No problem. This Blow Drone easily killed the Vanguard right there. Not a problem. The Blow Drone over here actually made 6 5-up saves from the Flamer, so all of them lived from that. During combat, I lost 2. Yeah, I think I've lost only 2. Yeah, something like that. 3 or no, 2 from combat, 2 from some other shooting, 2 from earlier in the turn, from another turn. Anyways, that was really all that happened here. I actually passed my morale too, so I'm stuck in with that guy. Over here, nothing really happened. Then he couldn't really do anything. Oh, it was from the smites. That's why I lost some guys. Then that's really it. Over here, nothing really happened. Plague Marines tried to shoot into the Iron Strider, but they actually was being blocked by Morty because he's so huge. And that was really it on this side. He will score Objective 4, which is right there. And he's going to dump Defend 3 because it's a little harder than the Mission Critical Objective 3, which is over there. So it does take that. It's D3 for him, so that's useful. On to Ad Mech turn 3. Ad Mech turn 3. These are my new cards. I did end up scoring Defend 1, thankfully, because these guys stayed alive, and there was one guy just barely within range of the objective. So because of my objective secured special roll, I forgot what it's called off the top of my head, I will get that point for defending for 2 turns. So that gave me another 2 points. So I drew Secure Objective 6, Secure Objective 2, and Overwhelming Firepower, and I still have Destroy and Acquire. So not bad pulls, other than the 2, which is over there, which could eventually happen maybe. 6 is right there. My knight wasn't able to get there, fortunately. Maybe if he charges and does some finagling with that, maybe he'll get it. The Tech Priest, just engines here, advanced. Caster bots moved. The Vanguard moved out of combat. And then everything on this side just moved back because I need to shoot Mortarian. But he does have -1 to hit, so it'll be kind of nasty. Hopefully we can do some damage to him. I may end up using a stratagem, Wrath the Mars, for this phase. See how that goes. On to shooting phase for Ad Mech turn 3. End of Ad Mech turn 3. Probably one of the worst shooting phases, even assault phases, I've ever had in my life. Neutron lasers got 2 shots, rolled double ones, re-rolled it with Cawl, double ones. Neutron laser got 2 shots, rolled double ones, rolled it again, got a 1 and a 2. So even with the miasma of pestilence, yeah, miasma of pestilence, it would not have mattered because I didn't even roll any 3s. So that was pretty horrible all in all. Rangers took some shots into some Poxwalkers, maybe killed a few. This casting robots moved, so they got a -1 to hit. They did 3 wounds in total. Obviously the Vanguard couldn't shoot. The what's his face? The Data Smith, because this is the Data Smith near the robots, fired here, wounded, but he passed his invuln. Then over here, the battle cannon, the Iron Storm rocket pod, all shot into Morty. He passed like 5 invulns. Couldn't even make him roll any disgusting from the battle cannon. I rolled pretty well to hit and to wound, but again, that 4-up invuln was really coming into play. And we forgot to mention, this is already midway through the battle, so I do apologize for this, but he's taking the warlord trait of +1 toughness, so he's toughness 8, so he's even more beefy. Definitely came into play for some of the battle cannon shots that were shot into him. Avenger Gatling Cannon did nothing because he passed inroads again. I shot starboards, I shot heavy flamers. I only killed a few poxwalkers. In the assault phase, I charged 10, so at least I would get objective 6. But as you could see, I literally didn't do a single wound to not even a poxwalker. I split the attacks 3 into the pox, and then 9 into the, what's this guy called, with the bell?
Oh gosh, noxious.
Blightbringer?
Yes.
Something like that? Okay, well, either way, I didn't do anything. I put 9 attacks with my feet into him and did not do a single wound. That was terrible. So, at the very least, I passed my save from him hitting back, so at least I didn't take any damage, so I didn't... that was, at the very least, that didn't happen. So, yeah, that's pretty much my turn. I will score objective 6 because I was able to kind of turn around and I have such a huge base. And I will not get anything else. And I guess that's my turn. On to a very scary Death Guard turn 3. Death Guard turn 3, he actually didn't get, we forgot to mention this, but we didn't get Disgusting Devotions because last turn most of his saves were actually inbound, so there's that. He has Overwhelming Firepower, and that was his only new one. Other than that, he has Kingslayer, Mission Critical, Objective 3. So for the movement phase, they both got out of combat, they being the Poxwalkers and this guy, the Bell guy. Then Typhus moved around here. Blow drone over here on top here, advanced, so you will only be able to shoot, which is fine. This one will be able to shoot and charge. Plague Marines kind of moved up along these crates. And the, what are they called? The Morty Guards just kind of moved and advanced a little bit. Poxwalkers moved around that way. Demon Prince moved over there. Morty moved up. He's only a 6-inch charge to that. Doomcrawler. Scary stuff. That was really the movement phase. The Psychic, he tried to smite with Typhus onto... Actually, the Knight was the closest. He rolled double ones for Perils. Re-rolled one of the ones and got another one. So he actually took a Perils. And thankfully, he only took one wound, but it did suck rolling 3 ones in a row. So he took a wound from Perils and no damage to the Knight. The Morty, he tried to do Blades of Putrefaction, which he got and he put on himself, so it'll allow him to wound a lot better. And on 6s will do mortal wounds, so that maybe one of those probably already dead anyway. And then he also, the first one he tried to cast Miasma and Pestilence, and unfortunately he already used a reroll on Smite, so he couldn't reroll that. He rolled a 5. I think he needed a 6, so that's one good thing that went well for me. This Demon Prince smited this Vanguard unit, killed 2. Only have the Plasma Caliber left, and that was the Psychic phase. Let's go on to Shooting and Assault for Death Guard. End of turn 3 for Death Guard. He will score Overwhelming Firepower for killing that one Vanguard. We actually remembered at the last minute that Death Guard get a rapid fire of 18 inches, so it actually made a difference because everything else would have not killed that one guy for Overwhelming Firepower. So he actually ended up getting a few more shots into him, and that was enough to kill him. Shots were fired from both blow drones, one into the Rangers, only killed 2. This one into the Castellians and killed, or did 1 wound. As you can see, Mortarian did the little line, I forgot what it's called, the lantern. He did 3 wounds to it via shooting the Doomcrawler, and nothing into call because he actually failed a wound. And then charged in, easily killed it, including the Angels did a few mortal wounds, but then the the little chainsword equivalent D6 damage easily killed that thing. Didn't blow up, consolidated, wasn't able to get locked, wasn't able to lock me in combat, but did actually kill that guy, no problem, didn't blow up. Yeah, that was really it that happened. So again, he will score Overwhelming Firepower and keep those 3 because those are all very doable now that Mortarian is right there on Objective 3, just right where those Rangers are. That was that. On to Ad Mech turn 4. Turn 4 for Ad Mech. Still have my same cards from last turn. Unfortunately couldn't get them, obviously, because I had a pretty bad shooting and morale phase, or fight phase. So Objective 2 I will get because the Knight is right there and probably won't charge him, or maybe just like tow into the Bell guy. We'll see. Overwhelming Firepower is obviously kill something, and then Destroy and Acquires kill a vehicle and have it not explode, which is going to be a little difficult because these are the only 2 vehicles and they explode on 4 pluses, so a little less likely. Let's see. For the shooting phase, or sorry, for the movement phase, Castle robots stayed still because I want to take advantage of Wrath of Mars. I had to make sure that within 9 of Cawl. Hopefully I made that happen. Rangers just kind of stayed on the objective. Data Smith moved in front of him. I'm not sure why, but he healed this guy at the very least. I don't really know what he's going to do, but he's just there to maybe be a distraction. That's all we really have is that the Doomcaller, sorry, the gun keeps falling off, but he moved back still within 9 inches, so you can reroll. And we'll see how the neutron laser does this turn. Hopefully it does better, because none of the neutron lasers have done anything yet, so that is a big problem. On to the shooting phase for Ad Mech turn 4. End of Ad Mech turn 4. I will score objective 2 because I'm still on that objective. I will not get overwhelming firepower or destroy and acquire. I did 1 total wound to this blow drone that was via the what's his face, Data Smith. He shot into there just because I want to shoot into there, because at least he gets a reroll of wound because he has a little gamma pistol, I think it was. I used Wrath of Mars on these caster robots to fire into Mortarian, and actually did pretty well, not bad. I think in total they did like 5 wounds. Then the Doomcrawler, he passed all of his inbones from that, passed all of his inbones from Cawl. Rangers didn't do anything to the blow drone, and then everything that could shoot besides 2 stubbers shot into Mortarian, and in total got him down to 4 wounds, so pretty good there. And then he ended up charging that Bell guy. I forgot his name again. And yeah, that was that. The bad thing was though, during the attacks I did 7 total wounds. That was after the D3, and he passed 5 of the Disgusting Resilience. So with that really good roll, that gave him the Disgusting Devotions objective. So he'll get 7 from that turn, just from that 1 roll because of 5. He rolled pretty bad on all of this Disgusting over here, but made it up over there, so I gave him the point. And he didn't do anything in return, so that was that. I will score objective 2, and will probably dump, destroy, and acquire because I don't want to rely on a 4+ for it to not blow up. So yeah, that's the turn. On to Death Card turn 4. Death Guard turn 4 has Kingslayer, Mission Critical Objective 3, and Secure 6. Secure 6 was over there, which is the new one he drew, so he advanced his Poxwalkers and just barely got him range. So I'll get that objective. The Bell guy, I don't know, I really should learn his name, moved out of combat. He moved in that building. Typhus moved up. Morty moved up, closer to Cawl. Bloat drones both moved within the objective, and we'll probably easily get it because I don't think this castle robot's within range. Then Demon Prince moved up. The Morty guards advanced because then we're going to get in range, and then some Plague Marines just moved up, didn't advance so they could shoot, because I think all their weapons are rapid fire, not allowing them to advance and shoot those unless they're assault. Poxwalkers advanced, and that's really all that happened. During the psychic phase, casted Smite from Typhus onto there, he got it off and got 1 wound on that casting robot. He tried to cast Putrescent Vitality onto Mortarian, failed that, and then this Demon Prince tried to Smite and failed that. Actually, when Typhus tried to Smite, he actually perils again, not doing so well on his psychic phase, and lost 2 wounds from that. Pretty bad. Mortarian casted and got off Blades of Putrescence, so he got that, but then he failed Miasma, so that's a big deal there. Not such a good psychic phase, but I think he'll be able to turn around here in the assault phase. Let's go on to shooting and assault for Death Guard turn 4. End of Death Guard turn 4. He will score Kingslayer. He will score Mission Critical Objective 3. Sorry, so it's supposed to be a 3 out of 6. And he will also score 6, so that was a really good turn for him. He will score Objective 3 because he easily killed the bloat drones over there. I mean, sorry, not the bloat drones. The Rangers with the bloat drone. 1 bloat drone, he got 12 shots, easily killed them, no problem. The other one shot into the casting robots, did a couple wounds, I think 3 in total. Or like 1 or 2, sorry. Smite did some of the damage. The Demon Prince actually failed to charge in. He needed a 4. He rolled double ones, re-rolled, got a 2, so he actually failed that charge. That was a big deal. Typhus made it in, killed 1.5, and didn't take anything in return. Mortarian did just barely kill Cawl, Didn't I failed to buy 2, I think, so even if I use a command point I wouldn't have been able to reroll it. The Blades of Putrefaction really came into play there, showing how even just the Angels doing an extra mortal wound from a 6 being... No, actually no. It was the multiple attacks. When he rolled a 6, he did 2 mortal wounds, which ended up putting over the top of killing Cawl. So, fortunately he died, got Kingslayer, and all that stuff. Other than that, that's all that happened. Oh, actually no, sorry. The Knight took 3 wounds via... I think it was all done from them. I failed 1 from the bolt guns, 1 save from bolt guns, rapid firing, 18 inches, because that's their Death Guard special rule, and the Plasma Gun overcharge killed himself, but then actually got the wound through, so he did 3 damage, so I'm at 21. That was that. He will score D3 for Kingslayer. Go ahead and roll it whenever you're ready. D3 for Kingslayer is 2. And then Mission Critical, he will stole that from me, so he'll get another D3. So go ahead and roll it again. You got 1 for that, so all in all, you got 2 points for Kingslayer plus Warlord, so that's 3, plus another 1, plus another 1. So you got scored 5 points that turn. Pretty good. On to Ad Mech. I just did a whole turn recap for Ad Mech turn 5. I still had a Warhammer Firepower, drew Defend 3, which was right here, so I moved out of combat just in case maybe I could kill some bullet drones, but really everything ended up going into Mortarian, and it just barely killed him. That was big. He didn't blow up, thankfully, because that would have really hurt. And then during the combat phase, I did some splitting off of Heavy Flamer and Stubber, so the Heavy Flamer did 1 wound to Typhus, he only had 1 left, charged in, and just, again, barely killed him, rolling really well on your saves. The Costume Robots obviously didn't do anything. Doomcrawler was the one that did a few wounds, but again, did pretty well and was disgusting resilient. Other than that, I don't think I had anything besides this guy. He was within 3 inches before he charged in, so he healed the Knight, so he's back up to 21. That was really that turn. I will score Overwhelming Firepower and get Warlord. So I'll have 11 points. And he'll have 11 points with First Blood and Warlord. And that is my turn. On to your turn. 4, 5. Full turn recap for Death Guard turn 5. Drew Secure Objective 3 and Secure Objective 1. 1 is right there, which he got. 3 is right there, which he had 2 blow drones on it, and only had 1 custom robot, so he got that without charging those blow drones. The Demon Prince charged in and killed... Actually, didn't even kill. He did 2 wounds to the caster robot. The other one died from, I think it was the... Oh yeah, it was the 2 blow drones that killed them. Yeah, but the caster robot's still alive with 2 wounds left, so not bad. Data Smith was not charged so that he could stay within range of that objective. And the Terminators shot and charged into the Knight. Actually didn't take any wounds. Even though 2 wounds went through with the Man Reapers from the Death Shroud Terminators, I passed them both with 6s, so that was nice. Didn't take any wounds from there. Some lucky rolls went my way that turn. Other than that, I think that's all that happened. The Poxbusters just kind of stayed still. I forgot about them, actually. That's it. So he is up 13 to 11 because he scored 2 points. Oh, plus he has Linebreaker, so you actually have 12 points to my 9. So let's see if the game continues. I roll it since I went first, and I still have a command point left. On a 3+. Oh, I'm going to use a command point to reroll that because I need the game to go on. I roll 5. Good. On to Ad Mech turn 6. Quick addendum to actually that roll. I actually couldn't have used that because we had forgot the whole game that after turn 3, the stratagems are now doubled in cost. So because I only had 1 command point left, I could not reroll that too. So unfortunately, I did lose. But either way, it was a really fun game. You rolled ridiculous. Holy crap. Mortarian is a beast as expected. And these dice were very kind to you. Anyways, it was definitely a Death Guard victory. His final score was 12 to 9. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys.